of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football, this could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield.
That's a nice-looking catch on that play, and I know Texas is known for DBs, and they're known for having really good running backs. Not a lot of great receivers over the years. I'll tell you what, though, this guy has really showed up in this game. He's making plays, and I know they want to continue to build a legacy.
Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Touchdown, Longhorns! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Bunch formation for these receivers. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Finds his way ahead for 6 and a little breathing room to the 17.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Looking to buy time. Rolling right and going deep. He's got it along the sideline. Wide open space. Touchdown time. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you can tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Here's the pressure. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
Well, he hasn't called his own number very often in this game. That actually is the first time he's taken off and scrambled, but it was a really good decision. He's been killing this defense through the air. You've seen the arm talent, you've seen the accuracy. That time, really nice decision to tuck it and get what he can get. He's got this defense on their heels.
And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. The offense changing the play. Pressure coming. Floats it out in space. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Dumps it off in the flats. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. It's on target and complete. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Wants to go up top on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
This time it's complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. He's got the back in the middle. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. And the Longhorns want to pick up the tempo. Gets it to the back. Touchdown, Texas! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
And I'm not going to say that was a must score, but that was a must score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully now you build some momentum. You cut it to a 2-score game. Got to build on this momentum in the second half.
Texas, 14.
He'll bring it out. It's Williams. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Simpson. Grabbed over the middle. It's Cuevas. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Slings it downfield. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback here. He extends the play. Nothing open right away. There's a little bit of pressure. He gets to the outside, tries to take a shot down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
On the move, he fires. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. Looking to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing out.
Scanning the field, it's Simpson. Oh, they're after him. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. And as he throws, makes a connection. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. The Longhorns will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge.
Pulls it in down the sideline. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
And this offense showing off the explosiveness, the big play down the field. This is so big because what it makes defenses do to react now. Now you scare them. Now you make them drop back a little bit. So that big...
And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Bama!
How about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. Number 3 is coming soon.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. From inside the 15, here's the return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
The Longhorns moving quickly to the line. Going for the big play. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw.
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Longhorns are flying down the field. Wants to keep it in the air. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. That last play, the kind of thing that can mess up a really good drive. It's 2nd and 17. Back to throw, it's Manning. On the run, fires downfield. Almost had the pick there. Would have been his 2nd of the game. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion.
Going for it all. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to
intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. And another interception for the Crimson Tide. And Bama has a few ball hawks in this secondary. You might be putting old Hootie Ingram in the sights for his single-season interception record with 10.
Yeah, and it's hard to find DBs that are going to catch the ball consistently. When you get one, it's a nice day. But when you get two, it's a great day. You got a guy ball-hawking the football, finding it, creating big plays for this defense.
And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. Got him downfield. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. That's caught. It's more. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be.
Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. And the Longhorns want to move quickly. Dropping back, it's Manning. Finds his back in the middle. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. He might want another play. They'll go up top on second and short. Got his man quickly. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a third down stop. Deep in enemy territory, ball's at the 3. They can pick up a first down without scoring. And he's gonna take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And the returner will be brought down. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Trying to burn this defensive back. Makes the grab on the big throw. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Fires one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
I don't blame the quarterback for taking that shot either, man. He's cooked up with this guy twice today for scores. Give him another try. They just couldn't get on the same page on that.
And he's brought down after a solid gain, and that'll be the final play of the third quarter. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. After swapping into the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. This is a design run. Gets it past the marker. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. All wideouts, no backs. Looking to throw, it's Simpson. It's complete to the right.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football, though.
Wide open downfield. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed behind the line, it's Miller. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Texas offense. He wants to change this route. To the air, it's Manning. He's going for it all. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
It's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Under fire. That's caught. It's Lockett. That's the 45 on its way. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Snags it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
And they did tack on the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of good stuff going that last drive. Need to get a tutty up on the board here to extend that lead, David.
And I think you definitely want a touchdown, but if you put another long drive together, get points, multiple possessions in a row, start to let those body blows add up and wear this defense out.
The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Looking to pass, it's Simpson. Buys a little time with his feet. Incomplete and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And man, could they have used that? It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The corners are walked up tight. Second down, they'll go to the air. Unleashes one. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Had it in his hands, and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play and interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's second down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass on second down. He fires a bullet to the right. And he makes the catch inside the 10. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. He's looking to throw. Back's got it. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Gonna take a shot on 2nd and short. Touchdown, Longhorns! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
And he tacks on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. All right, this game just got tighter, and you just don't want to make a mistake here, David.
Especially in the 4th quarter. Remember, you're still leading this ball game. You're still going to execute the same way, Palmer. Don't get frantic.
Don't get frantic, but I would like to see them stay aggressive, too. You put a touchdown up on the board here, and this goes back to being a 2-possession game.
Looking to throw at Simpson. Flushed out of the pocket. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds.
Nice sack by the defense. Great job getting to him, getting him on the ground. That's the 4th sack of the day. This defense has had some bright moments, but they've also given up some big plays. Keep rushing the quarterback, but keep that coverage intact.
And it's intercepted. A huge 4th quarter play for this defense. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Texas! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
So much pressure on this defense just to get a stop on this drive. They were trailing, but after that turn of events and the interception, they've now got the lead. And remember, they're going to have to come right back on the field. They've got to be able to refocus themselves, but what a play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
Throws to the wideout. Working that left side. He's out of bounds to stop the clock. It'll be a 1st down with 29 ticks left.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
Wants to throw. It's Simpson. Might be looking to run. Got his man downfield. And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got the 1st down. Now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves.
Well, these two have been absolutely unstoppable in this game, and it just feels like every time this guy drops back to throw, he's throwing it to one guy and one guy only. The defense cannot stop him. He has been a matchup nightmare all game long.
Looking to throw on 1st down. They get to him as he throws. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
This is what can happen at times. You get the snowball effect. Everything going their way in the 1st half. Big lead going into halftime, but it's mistake after mistake on both sides of the ball. And that interception, David, compounds the problem.
And this defense has completely changed at the half. How about it, man? They've come out aggressive now, forcing a turnover.